Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Carolina, your San Diego realtor, and today I'm here to talk to you about mistakes you can make when buying a new construction home. I'm going to go over 7 different mistakes that you can make while designing a new build. One of the bigger ones that I've seen is the room placement. If you have poor room placement, you'll be carrying your groceries from the garage through the living room, all the way through the foyer, across to the kitchen type thing. You should always have the kitchen near the garage because that's where you drop off your groceries when you go shopping. This is where you put stuff down. The master bedroom should typically be away from all living spaces. If you can have the master bedroom on one side and the other bedrooms on another side, then that adds a lot more privacy and value to a home. If you can have 2 masters, where if you have maybe a bedroom downstairs with an add-on suite that has its own bathroom, walk-in closet, that whole deal, as well as having that master with the ensuite bathroom and closet upstairs, that adds a lot of value to a home because you're expanding your audience when it comes to resale value. Number 2 is not having enough light. Adding in those recessed light fixtures adds in a lot of forced light in the room, but adding windows, everywhere you can add a window, go for it. It adds in the natural light. You don't have to turn your lights on during the day, which saves you energy and power. If you add in skylights as well, that is a great feature because it has that natural light in there again. By experience, I do not recommend putting a skylight above your vanity because while that seems like great natural light while you're getting ready, in the summer, if the AC is on or not, it gets real hot under that skylight, especially at noon when the sun's right there and it's shining down on you beautifully in the light. You start sweating on the other side because Number 3 is HVAC, something that a lot of people see as something boring, is something you should not ignore. If you can get yourself a unit that will fill your home properly, it saves you money on energy and power. If you get one that's more eco-friendly, if you need to look into the different options when it comes to HVAC and duct work. Make sure the duct work is above your ceiling, in between the ceiling and the roof, so that you don't have these like pulled down facades along the walls of your home, which just give a more claustrophobic feel. Number 4 is the layout. A lot of people don't normally think about a layout, especially if you're not into design. Layout is more so you just walk into a house and you're like, okay, living room, kitchen, bedrooms are on that side, or bedrooms are upstairs. You have to really take into consideration where you want to have your home's features. If you need an office, where do you want it? I would assume you don't want it in the living room because that's where your kids are, that's where the TV is, that's where all the living space is. So you might need more privacy. You might need more of a quiet area for your office. If you have kids, do you want to put them up in a loft or in a den where they have their own playroom and their own lives to have chaotic noises and messes? Then yes, you should consider having some sort of a den or a loft in your home. If you're really big into entertaining, then you need to design a way of having that open space where you have the kitchen, dining, living, where you can have that entertainment space where you're all together all the time. If you don't like to entertain, then you can consider having the traditional, like, this is the kitchen in this box of a room. The dining room is over here, the living room is over here, and having those separate spaces might not be a terrible thing for you if you aren't entertaining or if you just like the traditional style. Number 5, your budget is something that I see a lot of people just either overlook and underestimate. All of the updates you're choosing, if you choose to go with a tile floor instead of an LVP or laminate floor, if you want marble instead of granite, all of those upgrades will cost you more, and that's something you have to keep in mind. Because the more add-ons you do and the more money you're spending,
you are gonna have to pay for later.
So it's something, your budget is definitely something that you need to keep in mind when you're doing all the updates and choosing those features. At number 6, as always, those credit purchases. When you are in escrow, when you're building a new home, it's the same concept. You have to be careful of not corrupting your credit. Don't go buy a car right now. Don't go get a credit line at Living Spaces or Jerome's to get all your new furniture for a house that you're so excited to live in. I get that, But at the same time, the more that you change your debt to loan ratio, that changes your loan. So you might have been pre-approved for that $700,000 loan at a 3.5% rate, but when you're adding onto your debt, that's going to change the loan amount, the rate, everything will change for your loan, and you might no longer qualify for this home. So buying the car, getting the credit card, it's gonna...
Just wait a little bit. Just a little bit.
Location is number 7. Location, location, location. They might have that beautiful brand new home that you want to build out in the suburbs at the other end of San Diego, hour and a half from where you work. Think about the location. Are you genuinely okay with a commute? I understand that some people commute over an hour a day and whatnot for their jobs, which is fine, but you really have to consider that, because when the world does eventually open up completely, you will have those traffic hour times. Is it close to the schools that you want your kids to be in? Because unless you have like a second home you can put their address on for that school you want them to go to, find out what schools are in that district. Is the church that you want to be a part of there? Are the shops that you want there? Do they have a Trader Joe's close by? Think about all of these things, because it's not necessarily a resale value thing that you have to worry about, but it's your daily life. If you can't get to church or to school, to work within a certain timeline that you want on a daily basis, then that's something that should be overestimated and never underlooked, because it's something that's important to you. And lastly, number 8, do not, and I repeat, do not skip the home inspection. I understand that it's a brand new home, and a home inspection is typically somebody that goes in to find out what's wrong with the home. You never know what the builders did. I understand that they might be like a huge, amazing, great reputation of a builder, but you should still always have that neutral third party come in and tell you how the home truly is. Maybe they missed something, maybe it's perfect, but that neutral third party will tell you if it's perfect or if it's not. A home inspector from a neutral third party works for you, not the builder. So they're going to give you their honest opinion on the home inspection itself. So those are my top 8 mistakes that I've seen on new construction purchases. Again, the poor room placement. Please keep in mind where you're gonna be living your life and how you live your life. If you don't mind walking your groceries from a detached garage all the way to inside the kitchen, but on the other side of the house, then that's great. But just make sure this is what you want and where you want it. Not having enough light. You need to have natural light. It saves on your energy bills. It makes your home look beautiful. Go with as much natural light as you can. Don't ever skip the HVAC, because again, it cools your home, it heats your home, and it saves you money in the meantime. Never skip the home inspection, because they will tell you the honest truth of your home and the condition that it's in. I understand it's new, but some things can go awry. You just never know. The layout of the home, know what's near and dear to your heart and what you need within your home. The office, the guest bedroom, entertaining space, master suite upstairs and downstairs, whatever it may be. Your budget, all those upgrades will cost you. So keep your budget in mind. The credit purchase. Any video, every video about buying a home should always tell you to just wait on buying the car, on getting that credit card at the new store, because it's going to change your loan to debt ratio, and you might not even qualify for this dream home that you're currently designing. So just wait. And always location. Like I said with the room placement, this is your daily life. Know what you want and what you need with it when you're thinking of the location. So what were some mistakes you made when buying a new construction home, or what do you absolutely love about your new construction home? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience when buying a new construction home. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.